what was the hardest semester for me? Over 200 hours of clinicals that I had to do within that 10-week time frame. I was about to get out of the door if I didn't pass with a B. Ooh, it was just too much. And then we still had clinicals. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. What it is, what's up, what it is, what's up, what it is, what's up. Hey y'all, and welcome back. If you're new here, hey, my name is Tatiana and I am a BSN nursing student in my senior year, and I'm gonna be doing a story time on what was the hardest semester for me. So without further ado, let's get into it. I ain't gonna waste y'all time. So let's talk about what was the hardest semester for me in nursing school. Okay, so in order for me to be able to tell this, I gotta go back. So my first semester in nursing school, it was challenging because I was getting in the habit of learning how to answer NCLEX style questions, and let me backtrack a little bit more. Okay, so you know, in nursing school, you come in with your GPA. So I want to say my GPA was like a 3.5 or whatever. But when in my nursing program, for you have to have like a 2.5 GPA with your nursing classes, not your cumulative, with your nursing classes. And I think towards the end you have to have a 2.5 when you graduate for your cumulative, your overall GPA. So first semester, getting in that groove and getting in the habit of learning how to take these answer these questions, these NCLEX style questions, and being able to get in the groove of, okay, this is what nursing school is about. And I was able to get through the first semester. I was able to get through the first semester, I think, with a B and a C. So that put me over to 2.5. But when I got towards to the second semester, I want to say I was taking, what was I taking? I think I was taking like Pharm 1, Med-Surg 1, something like that. And I didn't do too well. I passed my classes with C's, but they put me at like a 2.0 it put me at like a 2.4 with the type of grades that I had. So but you have to have a 2.5 GPA. So this is second quarter, which would be considered like the first semester of nursing school, where I had got on academic probation. Yes, Tatiana has been on academic probation. So I'm putting y'all all up in my business because I want to be transparent and let y'all know. So I was on academic probation my second quarter, meaning the next quarter I had to make certain grades for me to be able to move on to the next quarter. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to continue into the program. Okay, cool. So this is the third quarter, y'all. Third quarter, but before this, I think we had like the second quarter we had 2 classes. The third quarter we had 3. We had community. We had community. What did we have? Community, research, and I want to say Med-Surg something. But yeah, and I had to make all B's in this class, and y'all, it was not starting off good or right for me at all. Research, I failed my first exam in research because the qualitative, it was just too much. And then we still had clinicals, y'all. The amount of clinical hours that I had over 200 hours of clinicals that I had to do within that 10-week time frame, on top of the 3 classes that we had to take. And those, I think two classes was on the same day, and then that means that our exams was on the same day for those classes. And it was just a whole lot of going on. And it was just like, I was already panicking because I'm just like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to make all B's for this quarter because of the type of classes that we have to take. Keep in mind, my hardest class, y'all, was community health. I can't tell y'all where a lot of the stuff that we went over in community health I get now, but the only reason why I get now is because I've taken other classes now that I was like, oh, I see what they were trying to ask me and stuff. A lot of the stuff that was going over in community health was material I haven't really seen and like really gotten into just yet. It was just more so of I seen it on paper, but it was never something in depth for me to be able to fully understand, if that makes sense. But I was, like I said, I was already on a 10 because I'm just like, I can't afford to fail a test. And it just seemed like left and right, the first tests for the classes, I was just not there. I was just not passing it. And I was just like, what is going on? I'm over here like panicking. I'm over here telling my classmates, y'all, I'm about to withdraw because this shit's getting too hard. I don't know what to do. And I was just like, I even had to have a meeting with, the director of the nursing program. I'm just like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make no B. I'm just telling you now, I don't think this gonna be, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it happen. She told me like, you got this. Your professor said that you're a good student. You participate. You good. Don't give up. Keep going. Don't withdraw just yet. Please just get through and see what you're gonna do. So I did. So me and my classmates were like, they were on me. They were on me like white on rice. Every test I grind, I studied hard. It was days that I wasn't even really sleeping that much. I had to navigate between work and school. So like even if I had to request off or take off, I took that time to do that because it was becoming so overwhelming with the clinical hours, with the classes, with the tests and exams back to back. It was just like I had to do something. I had to change something or I was not going to pass. So I studied. I got me a study schedule. I figured out, okay, when I'm at home, sleep. When I'm at work, take that time to study. On your downtime at work, take your time to study and you'll be okay. I couldn't sit up here with me working nights and going into days, y'all. It was extremely hard for me to go to class from 8 to 4, go to work overnight and then go to class from 8 to 4 and then turn around and by 2 o'clock, my brain is fried. That's how it was for me in the first and second quarter because we used to have checkoffs and I would literally just be getting off work, going into lab and having to check off on skills or learn a new skill, then check off on it. I was always the first person to go in lab because I'm like, y'all, I told my cohort, y'all, I just got off work. When we check off, like, it's like a certain amount of people check off, then we go to lunch. I'm like, after lunch, y'all, I am not going to remember this check off. My brain is going to check out. I'm going to be fried. And I was like, every check off, y'all, I kid you not, I went first because I knew that 2 o'clock was my deadline and my checkout for my brain. I could not stay up past 16 hours for that. So I was like, yeah, no, So I had to find a schedule and a balance that worked for me. And like I said, my classmates helped me out a lot too. Dosage and cal was like a thorn in my side, and I had to learn how to concept the dosage and cal before, because I was losing a lot of my points to dosage and cal. So I had to learn how to answer these questions just enough for me to be able to pass these exams, which I was able to do. I was putting in the time, I was putting in the work. We had like this CMS for community, and when I tell you this, it was the material for community itself was just hard. Like the exam for community was hard, but I like on the final I had to make like I had to make like an 80 or something, and I made just that. Like I made what I needed to make. Not only that, I actually gave myself more cushion because I passed the ATI CMS for community, which was hard, by the way. Every question that I answered the opposite of what I would actually normally answer because that's how community was set up. Like those types of questions, what I thought was right, I chose the opposite, and I guess I was getting them right because, like I said, the NCLEX questions is always like questions like this is right, but which answer is most right? So if I thought an answer was right, I chose the other answer that I thought was also right, but I was like, I think it's this one, so I'm gonna choose the other one. And that's how I did what I did, and I was able to pass the community CMS, which was like, that was what I really needed to push me over to give me that B, because it was weighted more than an exam, and I was the only one in my cohort to pass that community exam, which I was happy about that I passed it, because I was about to get out of the door if I didn't pass with a B. So I was so happy about that. And with my other classes, everything else just fell into line with my study. Once I studied hard and I figured out what I went wrong, it was a complete 360. I didn't fail. After I failed that first time, I did not fail another exam, y'all. I promise you I did not fail another exam, because I was on my last leg. I was fighting for my life, and it was really, really hard. And then like in the midst of me in the hardest quarter of my of me being in nursing school, I lost someone that was really, really dear and close to me. And dealing with that and also going to school, it just made me feel like, is all of this really worth it? Because you know, when you lose someone, it's just like, it's like a life has been lost. And it's just like, and when I'm supposed to be grieving, I'm over here going to clinicals and stuff, and I'm just like, is this important? Like, I was really battling with like clinical, you know, I was really going through it to like, how important is this? Like, what is all this really for? And I think like in that third quarter is when I finally realized like what I'm doing is really, really, really important, not only for myself but for people around me. And once I got through that, which I didn't do by myself, I did it with my family, my cohort, like my whole support system was supporting when it came to that. Like the amount of pressure that I had on me alone was a lot. It was a lot of pressure. It was a lot. It was like, it felt like a weight, somebody was sitting on my chest for 10 weeks. That's how it felt. But once I had seen like those final grades posted, when I tell y'all, I had the biggest of my life, and I said I would never put myself in that position again, and I meant that. I was not joking. Ever since then, I did not ever put myself in a position for me to ever be in that type of position again, to where I have to make a B on the exam, or I'm gonna fail the class or anything like that. No. We adjust in the beginning, and in the end we finish strong as hell. And I'm just being really honest when I say that, because like I said, my why for what I am doing this is so strong, and I was not gonna let nobody stop me. And yes, so I learned my lesson, and I learned like I had to do better as a nursing student. I had to do better as what I'm doing for myself. Like I wasn't doing what I needed to do for myself, and I had to learn how to balance all of that. And once I did, here we are, senior year, still balancing it, and I'm still pushing through it despite everything that has happened and I have went through. So you, just because you are on academic probation, or you didn't finish when you needed to finish, is delayed but not denied. I'm just delayed, not denied. So don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on yourself, because like I said, you can get through it. It's just your mind and your will has to be strong for you to be able to push through it and persevere through all of this stuff. That's the story time of the hardest semester that I had. Like I said, a lot of pressure. I was able to push through it, and I'm happy I did because I'm here now, still pushing, and it's 2024, and we're getting closer and closer to graduation. So I am a living testimony of you can go through stuff and still be able to persevere and push through. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.